want to talk to you about your incredible brain. It is neuroplastic and it can wire itself in whichever direction you choose to guide it. And you can also change the structure of your DNA through your thinking in a process called epigenetics, which is how genes are expressed with regards to our personality. One of the things that we find ourselves doing on a regular basis is visualizing the worst case scenario. Oftentimes people say, I hope for the best, but I'm expecting the worst, and I'm bracing for the worst. So they visualize the worst case scenario. And when the Bible tells us, for as a man thinks, so is he, what do you think they're manifesting? Do you think that's healthy to visualize the worst case scenario? I remember the other day I was in my car and I was driving, and on Spotify, I don't pay for no commercials. There was a commercial, and what the commercials really stated, all the symptoms, if you're having X, Y, and Z symptoms, you have this diagnosis and be super cautious. So all of a sudden I found myself manifesting those symptoms because of my psychology in my brain. I was expecting the worst. The brain is super powerful. So what we have to do is we have to, one, wire it to God's truth. We have to expect more, imagine more, and dream more. We need to imagine the big things. God has put in each of us a specific calling. And sometimes we get frustrated because we don't see it manifesting right away. He places something in our hearts, but family, He brings that to completion always. Whatever He places into your heart that is a God-centric, love-focused vision, He brings it to completion. But sometimes it takes time, and we have to be patient. And in the midst of that patience, we have to start visualizing what God has called us to. Visualizing those amazing things that we could be doing. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here today, I believe. I didn't expect to come to California to do a little special tasker that the Lord had. And so with that being said, He just gives more than enough. And you have to be so grateful for it, and you have to see it. I'm just going to leave you with a quick story that I think is really interesting by a gentleman named Robert Bannister. Was the first individual to ever run a mile under 4 minutes. Now, the scientists and the researchers, the physiologists said that that was completely impossible for someone to do that the human body could not run a mile under 4 minutes. And he said, you know what? I'm going to think bigger. I'm going to visualize doing it. I'm going to see it manifesting. And he did. And guess what happened? Weeks later, dozens of individuals ran the mile in under 4 minutes. They all broke that record that everyone said was impossible. Why? Because they realized it was possible. So stop setting limitations on your brain. Stop thinking worst case scenario. See the best case scenario, because God has called you into it, and ask for the strength to do it. In Mark, it states that whatever you request in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. How beautiful is that? For as a man thinks, so is he. Think great thoughts, have that kingdom vision in mind, and He will guide you and He will make a way. All right, family, just wanted to share that news. Have a blessed and amazing day, and don't forget, push the love forward.